Okay, this is our first video on solving systems of linear equations. You can see from this opening picture that we're talking about a system, and this is the water cycle, which is a system. And you can see how we have precipitation, and that leads to collection, which leads to evaporation and condensation and precipitation again. It's a continuous cycle. But we're going to look at this as far as linear equations. Now remember, there are two ways that we can write linear equations. One of them is y equals mx plus b, that's slope-intercept form, or standard form, ax plus by equals c. Both of those will generate a linear equation, or a linear function. So when we talk about a system, we're talking about more than one linear equation. Typically, we're going to be looking at two. Okay? Those of you doing honors geometry may get to the point of looking at what if we have three unknowns, x, y, and z. Okay? That's for future reference. So we have done a little background knowledge of this for our PARCC test, so we're going to quickly run through this. We have two lines that are graphed here. You can see on your paper as well as on my screen. 4x minus 6 equals negative 4, and 8x plus 2y equals 6. Okay, and they graphed both of those for us. And you know that the solution of the systems of equations, remember we know there are three types, which we'll get to in a minute. But in these two, the green and the blue line, the solution is where the green and the blue line cross, which is right here. And so if we pick the ordered pair for that point where they cross, it is 5, 4. So the solution for this system is 5, 4. Or the solution is the point the two lines intersect. Okay, so let's look at these two ordered pairs, or these two linear functions here. Linear functions, linear equations. Y equals 2x minus 3. Okay, I'm going to graph that one. I'm going to graph it in red. I'm going to graph it using the y-intercept of negative 3 and the slope of 2. This is going to be rough there, something like that. Then in black, I'm going to graph the one of y equals x minus 1. So my slope is at negative 1, and I'm going to slope 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1. Oh my goodness, they touched at the same point. So do I even need to graph this line? No, I know that is the point they intersect, which is 2, 1, because 2, 1 is on both lines. Now, I can double check that, just like it can double check the blue and the green line, by substituting those in. So it's 2 for x. 2 minus 1 is 1, and that's what y was supposed to be. Substitute 2 in here. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1, and that's what y was supposed to be. Okay? So let's talk about how many ways can two lines cross. If you put your arms out in front of you, you can make them to stretch straight up into the air, and they will never meet. We call those parallel lines. Parallel lines will not have the same solution, or they will not have a solution. No solution. They can cross one place. That is where they will have one solution. Or you could put them right next to each other, lay one on top of the other, and they would have an infinite number of solutions. So in your notes, we've already talked a little bit about this. When we have a no solution, what's true about the slope? It will be the same. What's true about the y-intercept? It will be different. In one solution, what's true about the slope? It will be different. What's true about the y-intercept? It will also be different. And when we have an infinite number solution, what's true about the slope? It will be the same. What's true about the y-intercept? It will also be the same. Okay, so there's some just shortcut evidence or shortcut ways to remember whether or not we will have no solution, one solution, or an infinite number of solutions. So as we bring to a close this video, let's look at a couple of equations here and let's see if you can find your answer. I will do the first one with you and the remainder of the worksheet is yours to do alone. Find the equation y equals the opposite of x minus 3. Look for the y-intercept. The y-intercept is negative 3. It's right here. So it's this line. Okay? Look for the slope y equals x minus 1. Well, it goes through this. So it's here. It's this line. Here's where those two lines cross. Okay? Looks like they cross at negative 1, 1, 2. So the answer is negative 1, negative 2. Okay? Do those remaining ones on your own and make sure you check.